No, that is not a person coming out of the box. This is, oh, I don't even know what this is called. This is an art piece in COEX, outside of COEX. We're at COEX. If you guys remember from my last video, the In and Out in Seoul, I mentioned that it's right next to COEX. And yeah, this is like the big art piece that you'll see now. This is quite new, actually. That you'll see outside of COEX mall, basically. So just kind of give a quick tour, right? You can't really see the mall too much because it's mostly underground. Yeah, this is to be honest, this is like one of my favorite things now. Like I said, this is really recent, so the biggest, I think they changed the art pieces or what's shown in this at different times. Of course they have advertisements, but the most popular one I think was the wave in a box. That was really cool. I didn't get a chance to like come out here and see it for myself, but I did see like pictures and videos of it. But yeah, this is like right in the corner, and there's many ways to get into COEX Mall, but I'm going to show you guys the kind of how most people get in. Again, if you're taking the subway, you are already inside, but I figure I'll show you guys what the quote-unquote normal way to go to COEX Mall is. So just hang tight. Like I said, if you're taking the subway, you're coming from this direction and you're going over here, and you'll see another popular Southern California restaurant, Egg Slut. This is originally it was from LA, I believe. I don't know, it could have been outside of LA as well originally, but I just know that I've seen it and been to one in LA before. So this used to have a huge line, but not anymore these days. Not just because of the virus, but also because, I mean, things get really popular within the first month or so, and then it kind of dies out and people move on to the next thing. So but yeah, here we are inside COEX. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you one of the routes I take, mostly to the restaurant I always go to when I come to COEX. Also fairly recent, dim sum place, my favorite dim sum place. Go there pretty much any chance I can. Not today, because I did actually already have a meal and I am alone, so eating dim sum alone can be quite challenging, as I'll tend to order a lot and then sit very fat for a couple of hours. But COEX is one of the most complicated malls in Korea that I know of. I don't know about in the world, but most people tend to get so lost because this place is massive. And I will show a map when I stop by one, so you guys can fully see how big and complex this place is. But over there we have Dim Sum, my favorite restaurant. I'll go ahead and get closer, show you guys the menu, show it off for any people in Seoul. Come check it out. Yeah, we'll stop by the Hyundai part later, but for now we're just gonna go and head to where most people go in COEX, which is main library. Is one of the coolest parts about this mall. This huge, absolutely huge library. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't know if this exists outside of Korea because I've never seen it in America, but they have a 100 flavors Baskin Robbins. This one exists in Gangnam already, and I've been there, and it's amazing. 100 flavors. But it's so cool that they're opening one here in COEX. Just like before, still awkward holding a camera for everyone. So making sure, yeah, okay, we're recording. And what I wanted to show you guys was this huge library. So all the books are free to just kind of read, but it's a really chill place to relax. And of course they have a Starbucks here, because why wouldn't they? But yeah, look at this behemoth of a library. Doesn't this make you feel peaceful? You can go up to the upper floors too. And I believe there's like a special ladder that the employees can use. Like if there's a particular book you want that's all the way in the far reaches of the ceiling. But like I personally wouldn't do it. And there's like a little E-Mart hidden in there too. Like this place is really cool. I don't know like how other people did. Sometimes they also have some little events here too, but I don't think so these days. But they used to have a lot of events kind of planned. Like there's a little stage there. Maybe there'll be some dancing or some concert, like mini concert. For people who don't read Korean or speak Korean or anything like that, there are some English magazines and books available, but not in a huge quantity. But yeah, that is the kind of main, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like icon of this mall. Like what makes it, one of the things that make it really famous. But right now I am just trying to look for a map so I can show you guys more detailed, not detailed, kind of just a layout of the area basically. Let's go. There we go. I'll put it in English for you guys. But yeah, this is the first floor. As you can see, there are so many restaurants and stores. And yes, there's an aquarium and a movie theater, as you can see over here. So we're gonna just do just kind of a roundabout tour, walking around. I'll head to the movie theater first, and this way. Show you guys the movie theater. Movie theater is actually quite nice, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna walk through some suits. All right. And it's kind of weird sometimes because you'll see like where it's more congested in some areas. Like there's a lot of stores next to each other, and then in other areas like this, there's not a whole lot of stores next to each other or restaurants. The spacing is quite weird, but it makes this place confusing and just massive. Even people who have lived here for a long time still get lost, so I should say something. But first, actually, let's go visit the Gundam store in the arcade. Oh, do they got a Pokemon event going on? Oh, hold on. I did not know they had some Pokemon event going on. Which reminds me, for anyone who plays Pokemon Go, this place is absolutely amazing for Pokemon Go. Like, it's so massive. There's so many gyms and Pokestops and everything that you need for Pokemon Go. If it's hot or cold outside, like they got all the stuff you need to like just kind of walk around and do all your stuff. Holy crap. We're getting sidetracked, and that's a good thing. I didn't expect this today. Yeah, hold on. Can we go in? Okay, so I was just trying to figure out how to walk in, because you can't actually just walk in. It's actually really smart. They have a, I was gonna walk to it, but you probably saw in the video already. They have a QR code set up So that way you just take a picture of the QR code and they have a waiting registration for it. So like they only let a certain amount of people come in to this little pop-up store, which is really great for, you know, COVID guidelines. So that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I'm like waiting for 52 other people in front of me. So I don't know if I'll go in or not, but I put myself in the waiting list just in case. And if by the time I'm done walking around, I get to go there, then we'll go there. But otherwise, I'll just kind of film around it, and you guys can see. But that's really cool. I really love these. Oh God, all these little Pikachus. Look at them. So cute. Oh my God. I absolutely want to get something from here, and I'm sure it's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but super cute. But as I was saying, this place is really, really cool for Pokemon Go. As you can see, they do a lot of Pokemon stuff because they know like people come here for Pokemon Go. But yeah, for people who are into it and love playing Pokemon, this place is absolutely wonderful. Like I said, especially if the weather is really undesirable. Holy crap. We're seeing a lot of cool stuff today. Oh my God, look at all the Pikachus. Oh my God. Look at all the Pikachus. This is a nice surprise. I honestly was not expecting this when I was getting ready to film COEX today. I'm so glad that it ended up being like that though. I wonder if they're going to do some event. Because a while ago, when Pokemon Go was like a huge thing here in Korea, they actually did have a little parade of Pikachus, and so I'm wondering if they'll do that again. If we can see that today, that'll also be really rad. But not expecting much. But anyways, I wanted to go over to the Gundam store, which is like in the bowels of COEX. I don't know why it's so hidden, but this place is also really cool for nerds like me. I love this store. For anyone who loves building Gundams, this place is just the best. And the deals are not too bad, to be honest, to like buy some pretty rad Gundams. I don't want to go into the store today, but I just wanted to show it off because I'm mostly showing off COEX today, not the Gundam base. And we got this pretty sweet arcade over here too. Maybe if we have time, I'll go to the arcade, but like I said, this is mostly a walking tour of COEX, so give COEX a shot. So let's go back up to the main area. All right, we're back walking. Like I said, we're gonna go to the theater, cinema, and show off the Mega Box. I'm not a big fan of Mega Box, to be honest. I prefer CGV. Not for really any particular reason, I guess. There's only 3 movie theater companies. There's CGV, Mega Box, and Lotte, basically. Those are the only ones. But I've always just liked CGV. I think it's just mostly because I've mainly gone to CGV theaters and only a handful of times been to the other ones. I don't think I've ever even been to a Lotte theater, but I don't know. Just CGV always seemed to be nicer. So, but that doesn't mean the other ones are terrible. Just my preference, I guess. Yo, if you want to work out, just come to COEX. Like I've been on a hike. I've done many kinds of fitnesses. But walking around COEX really does make you feel like you're working out. Because goddamn, if you want to go somewhere in COEX, it's usually a distance. It's usually never close. Here we go. Megabox. Yeah. Let's walk around the theater for a little bit. We'll take the stairs. The movie theater, as expected, is pretty empty. So all of this is all attached to the movie theater. This really sweet cafe that's usually busy. Like, it's usually packed, but wow, nobody here today. I guess that's a good thing. People staying at home, unlike me. But you got two cafes. In every theater in Seoul, you'll always have a cafe in there. It's usually Coffee Bean or Tucson. Those are the ones that you'll usually end up seeing in the theater. But look at that. Look at this really chill waiting room for your movie if you get here early. And I'm not seeing a movie today, obviously. But yeah. Kind of show that off. And yeah, that's Megabox. Yo, only one day of Molly. It doesn't hurt. Just one day of Molly. Just a little bit of Molly. All right, now we're going back. Pretty much back the same way we came from. This time we're gonna go ahead and explore the food court. What you guys saw in Lotte too, I think, was there was an aquarium in Lotte as well, in the Lotte Tower. Out of the two, I've heard overwhelmingly that the aquarium in COEX sucks, and the one in Lotte Tower is much better. I've never been to the one in COEX. I can attest to the fact that the one in Lotte Tower is great. But like I said, I've never been to the one in COEX, so I'm not sure why people say it sucks compared to Lotte Tower. But if you guys ever come to Korea, or people live in Korea, I guess go to the aquarium in Lotte Tower. But you know, you guys have a better say in it than I do. Hopefully we'll do another video of let's go down this way. I went down that way before. Let's go a new way. Let's go a new way. For any people who love this man, I don't really know who he is, but oh, there he goes. He's gone. Oh, random box? Ooh, that's dangerous. I like that kind of gambling. Ooh boy. That is where all my money gets wasted in these random stuff that I don't need. good. There's another way that way. Alright, and then over there is just a restaurant zone, basically. So let's go back to the other area where we were before. This is exactly where I wanted to be. So for people who want to just have like a variety of choice of what kind of meals you want, Korean, Chinese, American, this place is pretty great. Of course there are, like, as you saw, many restaurants, but this is like very cheap and quick. So I would usually come here before I went to the dim sum place, because I'm bougie and I like spending lots of money for no reason on food. But let's keep going. Good old KFC. Oh my god, Phuket? Yo, Phuket has like, they have like a following of like recipes. That's really cool. They actually have a restaurant now. Again, so people who don't know Phuket, they have like a Facebook group where they show off like different recipes of like Korean foods and like how to change up a variety of different kind of Korean foods. But I never expected them to have a restaurant. Man, I love YouTube. Filming for this is really cool because I get to see a lot of stuff that I've never seen before. And we get to enjoy this experience together, which is great. So now what we're going to do is walk back to where the kind of more bougie area was, where the dim sum was, and show off the Hyundai Mall. And the Hyundai Mall, God, that place is, again, where they have another food court there, but the food court is more pricey. Like, the food and the coffee and the stuff like that you'll be getting there is a lot more, not a lot more, just usually more expensive than the food court we just passed. And on top of that, they do have a grocery store in there that is very expensive. Like, I'll try to show you. I don't want to get banned. Don't want to show off any half-naked ladies on my channel. Gross. What's also really cool about this mall, there's so many cool things about it, but I don't know if I'll show it off or not, but if you are taking an air flight, an international flight, and depending on which flight, like which brand you're going with, which company I should say, not brand, which company you're going with, you can drop off your luggage here in COEX, like up to 24 hours ahead of time of your flight, and they'll automatically, like, you can check in basically at this mall and drop off your baggage, and they'll take care of everything. And then there's even a bus that takes you directly to the airport from this mall, which is so nice. Like, not having to stress about that kind of stuff. That's what I did when I first went back home. I came to this mall, dropped off my baggage, walked around the mall, and took the bus to the airport, no problem, no stress. So now we are in the Hyundai Mall area. As you can see, there's some slightly more expensive goods, a lot more foreign products. The Hyundai Mall is usually known to have like more foreign goods than the regular kind of malls. So I'm kind of going to show it off a bit. And then I want to go to the grocery store, like I said, show off the price of some items of foreign goods. So people who are into import and export maybe this will be your jam because you can sell stuff for a very good price. Oh, they have some watermelons. Perfect. Watermelons in San Diego are known to be cheap. How much is a watermelon here? Oh yeah, you know, just 40 bucks. $40 for a watermelon. Oh, damn. But yeah, here we go. All these foreign products. I'm walking around very quickly. It's just a grocery store, like any other grocery store, just with the exception of some different products. But let me go ahead and to this area where the coffee is. Let's take a look at the price of coffee. Oh, there we go. Oh. Hmm. 35,000 won, huh? $35. I don't want to keep getting weird looks as I'm like just picking things up, but not everything is expensive, of course. Like all this normal stuff is pretty cheap, but some certain things are very expensive for no apparent reason. Maybe because it's apparently healthier or organic or something like that, but whatever. Wanted to show that off. Premium gift. Oh, you guys remember that video, right? Where I showed off the fruit box set? Oh man, what a mistake that was. So much money wasted on those fruits. And look at that, we're back to the dim dim sum area. Kind of loop around, go the other way to go back out. And I passed through them all pretty quickly because I'm walking at a pretty brisk pace, but there's still a lot more that I didn't show off. And maybe just like not so exciting places, I guess. But there's so many stores and restaurants more in this mall. Well, I think I navigated pretty well. Again, most people find this place pretty confusing. I guess I'm just generally good with directions, but I never really get lost when I come here. But again, if it's because I'm going to a specific store that I've been to before, then I know how to get there. But if someone asks me where the store is, or where a store I haven't been to is in relevance, then I'll never be able to figure that out. It's only because I go to stores that I've been to that I know where I'm going. I can kind of figure it out. And yeah, this is just a different way to go back to where we were earlier. Now we'll head out to this little plaza area where we were earlier. Alright, what up guys? We're a little inside. The wind has picked up a bit, so it's kind of a little annoying to film. Sorry, I don't want to have a sound of wind blasting you guys in the ears. But we're outside. We're underneath, actually, next to Starbucks, where S&M Entertainment used to be. I believe they are no longer here because they no longer have a sign on this building anywhere that says S&M Town. I don't know where they moved to or what happened specifically, but a couple of years ago, yeah, this is where S&M Town was. So they had a lot of K-pop, obviously related things, events going on here. I don't know if they still do stuff like that here, even though they don't have S&M Town. Also, I don't really know where they particularly moved to, so I'm not the biggest K-pop person, so I couldn't tell you where they went or what they're doing now. Anyways, that was a walking tour of COEX. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing one of the other biggest malls in Korea was like. And if you guys are living in Seoul, let me know what you guys think of COEX. What do you guys do when you guys come here? Where do you go? What do you see? Like, is there any particular stores that I missed that you wanted to go visit? Which reminds me, I still didn't get a notification for a Pokemon pop-up store, so I guess we're not going there today. But just seeing the Pikachus and all that was pretty cool. I don't think I'll wait here any longer to see if I get it, because it's not worth the wait, especially since I'll probably end up spending money that I don't have. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope it was enjoyable. Hope you guys, everyone who's not from Seoul, hope you guys got to enjoy a little bit of taste of Seoul more, what this mall is like. There's a comment earlier that asked me to show off COEX, so I appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed the tour of COEX, and if I missed anything, let me know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm always happy to hear what you guys have to say. Both people living in Seoul and outside of Seoul, what you guys have to say. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That would help me a lot too. As well as the notification bell will help you to remind you when my video is posted. I always post on Saturday, Seoul Standard Time. So depending where you live, that could be different. And yeah, thanks for all the love and support. Thanks for all the subscribers who have already subscribed. We have 40 now, which is great. 40 strong. Woo. Thank you for all the love and support, guys, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.